Good morning. I'm State Senator Barbara Favola, and I represent the 31st Senate District, which is in Northern Virginia, large part of Arlington, and I go up the Potomac River. So I have part of Fairfax and part of Loudoun, three of our most populated jurisdictions in the Commonwealth. And I'm taking this issue on because I believe in my heart that it is absolutely the right thing to do. It is the right thing to do for families, for our teachers, for our students, for our employers, and for all of our employees. There's some very compelling facts that once you hear them, I believe you'll join the cause as well. 1.2 million employees in Virginia have no paid sick days. So these employees go to work, most of them are low-income wage earners, and they are going to work when they're very sick. What this proposal does is it requires an employer with 6 employees or more to grant 5 sick days per year. And if the employee works part-time, then they can accrue up to those 5 sick days based on their hours worked. This, in my mind, makes common sense. It's a public health issue. When you think about the employees who are likely not covered right now and why this bill matters, you have to think about the home care worker who goes to a home every day, probably takes care of an elderly person whose immune system might be compromised, and there that worker is with sniffles and coughs and in very close contact, helping an individual who needs help with, personal assistance. I'm sure germs are being spread. And you also have workers in child care centers. Now they're in contact with our little ones every day, all day. And I venture to say that those folks probably are not getting paid sick days. Well, you know how easy it is to spread germs, a cold or a flu, a virus, especially among young children. A germ could spread throughout a whole classroom or even a school. And restaurant workers, so you and I'll go out to restaurants. I bet there's some restaurant workers, actually those who prepare our food, who are going to work when they shouldn't be, going to work when they're sick, going to work when they should be staying home and taking care of their cold or sniffles. However, they can't afford to take that day off. I think we can't be penny wise and pound foolish. Did I say that correctly?
You did. You did.
I think we are better off saying to employers, you need to meet this minimum standard, and it is a minimum. Certainly employers can do more, but you need to meet this minimum standard, not just for the health of your employees, and this means retention of employees, it means a reduction in recidivism for your employees, and studies have shown it actually means you have a more robust bottom line. In addition to that, it is the right thing to do from a public health standpoint, because others are being exposed to those germs when you, corporations, or you, employers, are not acting responsibly. So that's why I'm standing up to support this bill. And the value of having this language, the language I described earlier, embedded in statute is it really institutionalizes this benefit. So the benefit can't just arbitrarily be removed, during economic downturns or at the whim of the employer. So there's significant advantages to having a law on the books. I think that this is a common sense ask. I do not think this is an excessive burden for businesses. I think many businesses know this is the right thing to do, and I think we just need to coalesce our forces, make this important statement, protect our families, protect our workers, and make Virginia a healthier place. Thank you.